Good afternoon. My name is Sister Nancy Crafton, and I'm a Sister of Charity. I am the director of Los Pobres Center here in Pueblo County, more specifically in Avondale. We minister primarily to the immigrant population serving our community and to the indigent citizens that live in our area. I wanted to talk to you today about the low-income program that is serving our population through the Black Hills Energy Corporation. We've had many problems with our families applying for what is technically called BHEAP, B-H-E-A-P. It is a program that was mandated by the Public Utility Commission 2 years ago to serve the disabled, the low income, the working poor. So it has been in effect now for about 16 months. We're into our second year. And Los Pobres Center, which is a small nonprofit, we do not get state or federal funds. We are funded primarily by donors who know of our work with the poor and small grants that I write for our agency. In the last 4 years since Black Hills Energy has arrived in our community, our very small nonprofit has paid over $388,800 in Black Hill Energy fees. This is a whopping amount of money for a small nonprofit. We cannot continue at this rate to be helping our families. We were hopeful that when the low-income program got started as mandated by the PUC, that we would see a change in our outlay of money. However, the PUC allowed all of the utilities to write their own rules and regulations. And so, then they just stamped them, whatever they were supposed to do, to allow Black Hills Energy to put the program into effect. So technically what has happened is Black Hills Energy has put an added fee onto every resident in Pueblo County, 25 cents for single residents, 90 cents for larger communities, up to $20 for large groups. This fee has been added to the already overkill fees that we receive on our monthly statements. So Black Hills Energy, in effect, is charging each resident of this county money for their program, which they were mandated to do. The clients are to apply directly to their corporation, and they have to be already certified by LEAP, which is the low-income program that is associated with the gas for heating. This is administered by our Department of Social Services. So Black Hills Energy tied into our Department of Social Services in order to process applications for their program. Once a person is accepted into their program, they then get put into a bundled program of budget billing, and this is where the rub comes. Their program of budget billing requires that if they give a discount to a client, for instance, their monthly bill is $100. So Black Hills Energy says, all right, we're going to charge you $40. And we're going to put the $60 that we're forgiving into a bank that is associated with your account. Now, you're going to have to pay your $40 every single month on time, and the total amount. And if you don't pay that exact amount every month on time, we will take the $60 accumulated every month, put it onto your next bill, which of course will cause a shut-off, and then you will have to pay $50 to get reconnected and a 3-month deposit. What kind of a low-income program is this? Where is the money going that they're charging all of our residents? Where is it going? Why is the $60 never forgiven? Why is it always dumped on the person that is in the low-income straits? Our families are disabled, they're the working poor, they're on fixed incomes, they're living in public housing at times, they're living in senior housing at times, they have emergencies that arise, many of them make $600 a month. And if an emergency arises and they go down to the store, we've had this happen, instead of putting down the $48.08, they put $48 on their money order. The 8 cents was forgotten. They sent it in. The computer says, oh, she didn't pay the whole amount. Too bad. In comes the total amount that they've supposedly written off onto the next bill with a shut-off. I have 2 examples here for you. It's just unbelievable. This is what a shut-off looks like. This is how our families are given their notices that they're going to be shut off. This particular family, their deferred price was $42.05. They missed one payment. They had an emergency and they missed one payment. So the very next month, the $60 was put back on from every month that they had been paying, and they owed then $697.92. A $50 reconnection fee and a $420 deposit added onto a bill, which is now, are you ready? $1,167.92. Who makes rules and regulations like this? What kind of people think up these abilities to just pull money out of the poor? This family can no longer afford to pay $1,167.92 to get reconnected. Then I could, and we can't pay it for them. This is unjust. This is their low-income program. We also have a family that sold their car in order to pay $1,000 on their bill. It was a bill just like this. They had gone into default and their bill was so high. They sold their car. You need a car for your children to go to school. You need a car to get to work. You need a car to go to the grocery store and the doctors. They sold their car. So in June, they paid $1,000 on their bill, and it was at the end of June. At the beginning of August, they went into default because they still owed $532, just like this one, on their bill. So now they owe $708. These are low-income people who can never, never, never get ahead. What kind of a company treats its families like this? We are a first world country. I have been to Nicaragua, I've been to El Salvador, I have been to Guatemala, where these are third world countries where they don't have electricity, they don't have running water, they don't have gas in all their homes. But in America, we have these utilities. And our state says that if you're going to live in public housing, you have to have electricity. If you don't have electricity, you're going to be evicted. So our state recognizes that electricity is a mandated part of living in America. Our Department of Social Services requires that our families have running water, electricity, and heat in their homes. And if our families go in and do not have these utilities, they are told, and this is the law, that their children can be taken away from them and that they can be charged with child abuse. This is the law. So what kind of a state like Colorado allows companies to come into our area and put fees like this onto the working poor in order for them to live? Most of these fees are more than half of what they ever make. This is wrong. Our state should not allow this. The Public Utility Commission should not allow this. But our families are actually living third world lives. This is wrong. Thank you.